Hello everyone, it's Calculations Time with Dr. Dave. In this video we're going to be looking at the use of prefabricated dosage forms in compounding. And what that means is that when we compound medications in the pharmacy, we can get the active drug in bulk powder. So we can order a powder of a drug that comes in a big container and utilize that. So if I needed 500 milligrams of a drug, I can take that container and weigh out 500 milligrams of the drug directly. But oftentimes pharmacies don't stock large amounts of bulk powders, so they're using the commercially available products that are on the pharmacy shelf. So for example, you can take capsules or tablets and crush them up or utilize the powder instead of a capsule and use that as the source of the active ingredient. So let's take an example of what I am describing to you. If you have a compounded prescription, so let's take this right here. It's indomethacin. It says 2 milligrams per ml. That means every ml of this liquid, they want 2 milligrams of indomethacin to be there. It says cherry syrup AD 120 mLs, or sometimes you will see QSAD, so add a sufficient quantity up to 120 mLs. This does not mean to add 120 mLs of cherry syrup to the drug. It means that you are going to take the drug and you're going to add a sufficient amount of cherry syrup that'll get you to a total volume of 120 ml. The directions say 1 teaspoon twice a day. And 1 teaspoon being 5 mLs. So let's say in your pharmacy you don't have the bulk container of indomethacin, so you can't just weigh out indomethacin, you want to use capsules. Well, no matter which way you do it, the first thing you need to know is how much drug do you need to weigh out? How much drug do you need? According to the prescription, it says that you need 2 milligrams of indomethacin, I'll call it Indo, every time you have 1 ml. We want to make 120 mLs total, right? That's the total amount that we want to make. So if I want to make 120 mLs total, that would tell me I need 240 milligrams of indomethacin. Right? That's what I need. So I can weigh out 240 milligrams if I have the bulk powder, or I can use capsules in the pharmacy. Now the capsules in the pharmacy are not 100% indomethacin. They have material as well as the drug inside of them. But if I look at the pharmacy counter, or on my pharmacy shelf, I know that I have indomethacin. It comes as a 25 milligram capsule. So the first thing I have to consider is, well, how many capsules would I need to obtain 240 milligrams of drug? Well, I know that in every 1 capsule, right, I've got 25 milligrams of indomethacin. If every 1 capsule contains 25 milligrams of methacin, how many capsules do I need if I need 240 milligrams of indomethacin? Right? So now, if I take my 240 and divide it by 25, it says I need 9.6 capsules. Now that's fine, I know the number is 9.6, but I can't take 0.6 of a capsule. There's no way in iPharmacy to do that. I can take 9 capsules, they're whole capsules, but then what do I do with this 0.6? So what we do here is that we utilize the next number up of capsules, right? I'm always going to round up unless it's an equal number of capsules. So in here, I'm going to take 10 capsules. All right? Now 10 capsules is, and if every capsule contains 25 milligrams, right, it contains 250 milligrams of drug. However, I only need 240 milligrams of indomethacin. So how do I get from a bunch of powder that's 250 milligrams of drug inside of it to get to 240? This is what we're going to do here on the second portion. So take in mind that each indomethacin is 25 milligrams inside the capsule. So I'm going to draw a picture of a capsule. Let's say. So if I have a capsule, make a little green capsule here. Here's my capsule. All right. Inside of that capsule, all right, the amount of powder inside of this capsule is 350 milligrams. The amount of drug that's sprinkled throughout all that powder, all this amount of drug here, this amount of drug is 25 milligrams. indomethacin. But the amount of powder is 350. So if I was to take 10 capsules, right, and I was to empty them out into my mortar and pestle. So here's my mortar and pestle. I'm going to empty out 10 capsules. I'm going to take these and 10 of those, and I'm going to empty them out into here. I'm going to have a bunch of powder sitting in here. How much powder do I have? Well, every capsule is 350 milligrams. So I'm going to have 350 milligrams of powder times 10. Right? Because I put 10 capsules in there. So this amount of powder is going to be 3,500 milligrams. All right. Now, I only need 250 milligrams of drug. Right? 250 milligrams of drug. I know how much drug is inside of here. The amount of drug inside of here is 250 milligrams. Sorry. I need 240 milligrams of drug, right? I need 240 milligrams of drug. But I know inside of here is 250 milligrams of drug. So the last question is, okay, knowing all that, right, how much of this drug do I need to take out, this powder blend of the capsule contents, how much of this do I need to take out so that I have 240 milligrams of drug, right? 240, I mean, not right in yellow there. 240 milligrams of drug. How much do I take out to do that? So, we do what we know is our ratios. Very simple. The ratio is the amount of powder inside of that 10 capsules. We know 3,500 milligrams of powder, right, has, this powder right here, has 250 milligrams of Indo. All right. Well, how much of that powder do I need to take away if I only want 240 milligrams of indomethacin? So again, we know that the contents of 10 capsules all weighs 3,500 milligrams. Inside of that, it's got 250 milligrams of drug. If I only want 240 milligrams, I'd weigh out 3,360 milligrams of the powder. So notice there's 3,500 milligrams of powder sitting in there, but I'm only going to take out 3,360. In that 3,360 is where I'm going to get my 240 milligrams of drug, which is what I needed. So to quickly recap, if I wanted to make this prescription, I would take 10 capsules of indomethacin, empty them out in a mortar and pestle. From that mixture, which contained 3,500 milligrams, I would weigh out 3,360 milligrams of powder. That will give me the amount of indomethacin that I need. I would take that powder, I would add cherry syrup until the final volume of that becomes 120 mLs, shake it up, and that is where my last compounded preparation would be. Now again, we can do this with tablets instead of capsules. It would be the same thing. You'd crush the tablets, get it powdered, and you're always looking for how much to take away. So the things that you need to know is how much drug there is, how much powder there is. And then once you know that, you set up your ratio, how much drug, how much powder, and then you look at how much drug you're actually looking for, and that's how much powder to take away. All right. So that is it with using commercially available dosage forms. Again, this is Pharmaceutical Calculations, your most important class, because it's the only one that counts.